It's another exciting news break, a news flash here on the Coyote News Network. Hey, everybody's, we rock, they talk. And what they've been talking about is what they should not talk about, because we got the rock to talk about, man, and the roll too, the music and heart of harmony there in your heart and soul, don't you know, here on the Coyote News Network. Oh, goodness gracious, darlings, the news and the views you can always use, because this is the news from the Coyote Heart, babies. The place where you get that good start each and every day along the way here in the Coyote Medicine Show sort of way on the Hazy Radio Network, don't you know? The loving is network around, and the rocking is too, wouldn't you say? Hey, we got an alien invasion coming our way. That's the news today. I'll talk to you later, baby. Leave you hanging like that. Wouldn't that be fun? There is an alien invasion, but it's kind of fun. I tell you what, now to give you a little background here, some skullduggerous some bitches here in this reality that think they rule over everybody else and got the dark heart and all that shit, and the dark arts too, man. They really think they're clever little devils, and they probably are. They're kind of cute about it too, man. But they got this whole idea, and they've been building up for it and building up for it and building up for it. See, they've genetically engineered some cloney things they call alien beings, you see, and they're pretty much, just biological robots, and then they got all these neat little spaceships that Lockheed Martin and Lockheed Martin and Boeing has built for them there in the secret background of the space program that nobody knows about, and if you talk about it, you're a dead duck. And I don't give a truck, man. My big old wheels is still rolling on. How about yours, babies? Of course, I never worked in that industry either. But if I did and I was you, I'd give them the finger and say, I'm going to do the loving thing. I'm going to reveal it all, you little stink bugs. You ain't getting high on cheap drugs no more, you little boogers. We're going to make sure you come out to play with the rest of humanity, wouldn't you say? So that's the invasion that's really underway. Despite the plans to employ a bunch of biological robots and just scare the shit out of the earth and get us involved in a fictional war that just goes on forever, man, and just sucks our blood dry, etc. Well, baby, we ain't going to let that be. Now are we, man? Shit. And then who could think of such things? And how do they come up with such skullduggerous crap? Boy, these are naughty little boys and girls, man. We're going to have to spank their little hands, eh? No, we're just going to duck them in the ocean of love, and they'll come up. They won't drown. They'll be found, man. They'll come back around, because that's what we're doing right now, really. We're just smothering them with love so they will finally swallow some in, man. Got to get it to them somehow, man, Well, look what they do to the people they off, man. I mean, come on, they're not very kind. We can joke around with them a little bit, kind of a bit of get even in there. Oh, okay, I'll let it go, but I'm still going to smother them with love, okay? Make them choke it down, the little hounds. Okay, now, the alien invasion is already underway. It ain't a bunch of buggers and a bunch of fake spaceships that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, couldn't fly even upside down, let alone round and around. I mean, come on, guys. That stuff is, well, now you've heard about like UFOs that come along and alter the reality of atomic weaponry, and shut the dang things off, etc., Well, see, we got friends in high places and low ones too, baby. We got friends all over the place, the human race I'm talking about. And because we're moving in a loving direction, because we're restless in our heart and soul, and we can't let go of this reality again, we want to hang on and not give in to the warlike attitude that always brings it to an end, always does. Whether it's nuclear warfare or something even worse, man, it always brings it down somehow because it gets too highfalutin, rootin' tootin', and it's empty inside, so it naturally caves in one way or another. This time, there ain't no emptiness. See, that's what I'm kidding about when I talk about taking those boys out and smothering them in the oceans of love. We're doing that right now, see, and how? We're helping these mother truckers wake up, truckers that could not wake up, that were so lost behind the wheel, so done in the sun, that you didn't think they'd ever come back around. We're touching those hearts right now. You and I. And that's the real news. And how. Because if we can get those hearts undone, what's the rest of it's a piece of cake. Because nobody wanted to be in service to the Wicked Witch and go rip the poor old scarecrow apart, scare the crap out of Dorothy and Toto, etc. You can't scare Toto, however. He's a dog. He knows better. He's got them innocent eyes. And they're wise. So who's the real star of the show? Toto, don't you know? Just like Obi-Wan Kenobi is the big star here, man. We're getting it all clear in a doggy sort of way, ain't we? Just learning to look at it the way the dog does, wouldn't you say? See? So when the Wicked Witch melted down, all of her henchmen were all of a sudden found, you see. That's the principle that we're dealing with here. Touch these hearts and the rest just melt back into themselves. Yay! Ding dong, the witch is dead, the Wicked Witch is dead. Well, what she actually is transformed into the beauty queen, Blue Jean, baby Jean. Prettiest little thing you ever seen. And she can't feel unrighteous no more because she's the hot chick in motion, man. I mean, shit. She's got a life now. She's not old, ugly, and green anymore, man. She's a happy little chick, see? There's a happy ending for everybody, and that's the real news too, man. And, you know, that's the views you can use here in your heart and soul. Then I got to tell you, man, now here's the joke about the alien invasion. Because they really did plan to stage this thing, and they've been working towards it. Look at your movies, your entertainment, and getting you ready for this shit. Fight the aliens, man. There's bad ones out there that hate us, think we're dumb, to blah, 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 blah. That is playing the old divided way. That's playing the old divided dimensions of 3D that don't know nothing else exists beyond itself. How dumb can you be? How rotten in the soul? And how alive, don't you know? You still got love because you love being dirty and mean, you know, because you just feel so damn outraged at the reality around you, eh? Got to have it your way or no way. Well, baby, you're getting it your way, but just not in the way you thought you was getting it, wouldn't you say? Here comes an alien invasion along the way, but guess what? Turns out to be family. It turns out to be a bunch of angels, don't you see? And who's going to be shooting at them? Especially when all your weaponry's inert anyway. And besides that, it don't do no good to shoot at angels. They're multidimensional. You can't knock them out of this dimension and put them in another one. They're present everywhere, man. Shit, get real, man. Who the hell do you think you are? You're an angel too, you dumb shit. Now you can come out of it. Come back to life. Yeah, see, and party your ass off along with the rest of us. Humanity will embrace you, David Rockefeller, Dick Cheney, Billary, and all the rest of you demonic sons of bitches. When you swing around, when you start getting, you know, cool like the Wicked Witch do when she melt down and comes back as, ooh, the rockin'est chick in this reality, Rosanna, and then some, man. And Amy, too, man. What you gonna do, baby? Oh, be hot forever, don't you know? Happy, in other words. And just glowing and radiating the life that you live. Like Jack and Meg, see, they thought they could kill the dream by killing them. They thought wrong, didn't they? You know, the more of these kind of souls they have put onto the other side, the more they have ensured the victory of love, the reality of truth arising in this here reality, you see. It's kind of like old Woody Guthrie. We dug him up from 1933 or something. All you fascists gonna lose. All you fascists gonna lose. All you fascists gonna lose. Don't play that one very often because it doesn't fit in too well most places. But it sure did there, didn't it, you see? With a little message to you guys, man. Wake up, get back to life, give it up, man. Come on, you know better, you know. Leave your old cult behind. We got a cult for you, baby. The cult of the heart. The loving heart that lives in everyone and that is wide awake. And it's just a little baby, too, man. It can't hold judgment on you or me or anybody else. See, we're free, man. You know, now you can go melt the guillotines down into something worthy and let's rock, okay? Party's on at our place. You ain't going to shoot down no angels. And let me tell you how it comes down, just so you know, we're getting found here. As we come around, as these divine presences that we are, given presence by Mary Jane here in this reality. Yes, indeedy. That's what we call Mother Earth, by the way, Mary Jane, too. You know, the energy of love, the divine, feminine, nurturing, creative love that brings life into motion. living in every human being that is, and coming back to life in your conscious presence. You as one of the caretakers of humanity. Yeah, you heard me, as a caretaker of humanity. That's why you become human yourself, to allow yourself to feed the people. Feed the hungry hearts the life they're looking for. By allowing it at this point of now to exuberate right out of you, right through you, right from you, into everything to be. To be your own reality, to be the love that you are, to be joined with your family completely and sincerely. And to give up those old lonely feelings that say you got to do it for yourself. Now, there was a time and a place for that when you felt so isolated. You don't feel so isolated anymore. You see, and this is how the invasion comes down. You begin to wake up. And as you wake up, well, the divisions that have been present here dissolve away. I often compare it to the warped lens has been placed over the sun, dissolves away, and the clear view comes out to play. And you will see angels all over the sky, as well as a whole bunch of ETs and UFOs of all unimaginable types. I mean, we've got the whole universe here, primed and ready for the divine reunion of love, the return of the mother love to the divine hearts in all of life. See, there's great equity throughout this creation, and it is that one life that's in all. That's why there can't be one above another, or anybody more ahead of another, or farther behind. I mean, such conceptions do not exist in the realm of the heart. There's sweet equity, there's appreciation for every life and all forms of it, no matter how grotesque we may have thought it to be at some point. Now you live to see the truth, the loving reality, because along with the vision that clears and allows you to see the angels dear, you also see then the angelic hearts that surround you and every loving carcass that's framed around a human being, you see, as well as all the creation around it. You'll think Walmart's a beauty contest. Speaking of which, here's some other news you can use. The views from your heart and soul, if I can just remember it, don't you know, here on the Hazy Radio Network, getting it clear with the Coyote News Network, aren't we, dear? Yes, indeed. Courtesy of who? Well, Jack and Megs, there's some big players here. I think they're kind of reflective of some other players we once knew in some way back when time, but I ain't going to say who. Let your own imagination show you who those two might be and why they're still playing in this love and reality in the way that they are. And you know who they are. I'm being very subtle about that, but not too subtle, very obvious too, right? You see, we're all like that. All of us. Life is forever. And we're simply beginning to realize that now inside of ourselves as a human presence. And as we do so, well, of course, the effect of death becomes life inside of us. And we transform. This whole reality becomes what it truthfully be because we can see and live in that creation and be the love of the mother in that creation, this sweet Mary J. that always helps you along the way. So how would you like to be Miss Universal Mary J? Well, I think we ought to have a little, beauty contest all our own, but it won't be for the beauty of, it'll just be for the beauty that you exuberate into this reality. So it's open to genders and those that are cross-gendered and, whatever other kind of life you think might be Miss Universal Mary Jane in the best way. Okay? So you just send your pictures my way. Maybe I'll have to refine this down just a wee bit more, and then I'll put it up on the coyoteclub.com, don't you know? But I think I got another name for it. I just can't remember what it was. So for now, it's Miss Universal Mary J, and the rest of it will come our way because it's far more poignant the other way. I just can't remember it. Oh, doggone it. And I've got all these notes here, too, that I read off of that get the news and the views you can use, but, really it's a blank page, just like I am, just like you are. We've only just begun our creation. And just wait till they get a taste of this one, eh, baby? Because what you see is what be. As your vision clears, dear, well, the others around you, those that are near, start to clear too. Help it or not, like it or not. Lump it, babies, there it is. Don't bump it, lump it. That means just accept and go with the flow, man, because that's the medicine of the reality, don't you know? So many people are going to be, down on their knees and passing out, and shit like that, because they don't think that's a reality. Nobody does till they see it, till they be it. Then it's undeniable. Then you got great respect for it, eh? And start to find a little more for that inside of you, along the way. Oh, I tell you, eh? So see how we resolve this whole reality? It's a piece of cake, baby. So just get out there and let your little heart shake, man. Shake 'em up. Glow, baby. Flow, baby. Be that heart that you are. Be yourself as the rising star. Now, that doesn't mean go and, super inflate yourself when you don't really feel it. It says feel it. Be the deal. Be real. That's the only way this is going to work, if you're honest within what you feel. And just keep deepening your pleasure in that. Allowing yourself to move beyond the first little tinny, kingly little feelings you have and go deeper into this heart realm where real feeling exists. And you know it, but you flow away from it a lot because we've been programmed to be scared of love, real love. Don't have much fear now, do we, dear? See, we got it. We're getting it clear. So just let it flow in. And then you begin. And baby, the creation that we live now, oh my God, can you imagine how expansive we can be when we set our heart free? Son of a gun. This is going to be fun. In fact, it already is. Now get out there and get on the run, baby. You're awake now. You're alive. You've come back to the sweetheart of your vibe tribe. The family of love that worships your little hiney like it's the only hiney there ever was. You see what I mean? Now, I'm being metaphorical. Forgive me for a little sly coyotiness. Can't be helped, It is, after all, the Coyote News Network on the Coyote Medicine Show on Hazy Radio Network, don't you know? I mean, how much more do you want it to be? Well, we're working on that, too. We're going to set us free. It's Free Day Friday, man. And there's the news break that'll help your heart no longer ache. See, and the earth, well, she might shake a bit, but she ain't going to quake. She's remanufactured too, man, because the invisible world that we couldn't see, that was hidden just beneath the surface of this one, now becomes visible too, see? So it's kind of an all-inclusive moment. So really, it's the day of awakening, the dawn of creation, when all are joined in our true habitation in an earth reality that's just beyond, wow, description, baby. And how? It says that right here on the paper too, man, somewhere. I'm sure it does. I read the watermarks, man. Yeah, the watermarks tell me, man. And thanks to Jack and Megs today along the way for helping us along the way and see it a little more clearly too, adding their aspect to it, baby. That's beautiful, man. You see, you can't kill the momentum. You can drop a gazillion bombs. You can't kill the momentum. And in fact, the bombs would be inert. They wouldn't even go off, babies, and they wouldn't hurt a soul. They'd just evaporate, don't you know? We got friends in high places. We got friends in low places. We got friends in the back end industries and in the front end ones too. We got friends everywhere. We permeate the reality with beings of love and of great enlightenment who know just what to do when the lights come on. And this is how we undo it. It's not by creating a new republic or a one-world government, either one. It's by letting go of anything ever done by a government and becoming the one inside of each and every one and loving the shit out of it. It's really that simple, babies. Now get your rockin' little asses down to it. I'm tired of waiting around. Let's get with the flow here on the Coyote Medicine Show. Only on the Hazy Radio Network. Minnie Ripperton. Oh my God. I gotta tell you brief. I walked into this really nice hotel room one time. Oh, I was worn out and I was a little down and I was just, working too hard as usual. And this room just happened to be nice enough that it had, an FM stereo, and the maids had left it on low. And babies, what I heard there just moved me heart and soul. I dropped my suitcases and myself right there on the floor and just absorbed the moment, just like you're going to do right now. Sweet love is like that, babies. When it's real, it's something you feel. And it blows you away, but it brings you right back and gives you a love attack. Yeah, baby. And how? Now you can do this thing in style.